Greg, tough start against Calgary. Just let's start there. How would you describe that game? Obviously, there's jitters. It's the first game of the entire tournament, but how did you see it from your point of view?
I think they had a group over there that was a little more experienced than us. They had a lot of guys that played in this a couple years ago, and like you said, we had a couple guys that, like myself, that hadn't played in this before, and it's kind of new to everybody. So it's a new team environment. Everyone hasn't really played together, so I think it was more developing chemistry in the first period, and like you said, getting the jitters out. So we came back with a strong second period and put a few in the net, and it was good from there. And then ran into a little penalty trouble, which kind of ended up in their favor in the third period. But we worked hard that game, and I think we had a lot to take out of it.
You played in the Dub last year. You've obviously you got drafted this summer, but how would you describe this level of play? Because it's a little bit different. You're playing against guys that played in the AHL. There's some guys that you played against the other night that played in the NHL last year. How did you adjust, and how do you see this level of hockey here in Penticton?
Really fast-paced hockey, and one thing I noticed was the transition game's a lot different from playing up here than it is in any other league I've played in. Things happen a lot quicker, and your time and space is limited, and you're playing with a lot of players that are really good hockey players, and makes it somewhat easier on you to collect passes, and they're always in the right areas. So a little bit of both. It's a hard transition and kind of somewhat of a little easier transition at the same time.
You're a guy that kind of gets under people's skin. You try to stir up trouble out there. Maybe with one game under your belt already, you feel more comfortable. Maybe that's something you could get into a little bit tonight against Winnipeg.
Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable, just with the guys in the dressing room and the coaching staff and that. And after getting that first game under my belt, I think maybe I'll get a little more into it this game. Get first couple shifts, maybe get in there on the forecheck, have a few hits, and see where it goes from there. And just the biggest thing is for me is not to try and take any penalties and help my team that way.